Are live.
We are.
Here I am.
Here I am.
Here I am. Okay, so let's make sure the sound doesn't come through. So we are live. I am live. You are here with us all, beloved. People around the world. Where are we right now?
We are in Yuma, Arizona. And what is absolutely amazing is that we are sitting under this amazing tree. And this morning I put on my mother of pearl pendant that I got in Egypt. And it's the tree of life. And I promise you it looks the same. And this is just magical how in 4 months we found ourselves, meaning that I am the one pure reflection of the fact that we are all one. I mean, Michael and I couldn't be more different, more opposites, and to find ourselves speaking the same language was direct confirmation that we are all one. The illusion, the main illusion, the Maya, is separation. It's separation from each other. It's separation from nature. It's separation from the divine. And we've discovered this in 4 months. I was going to say 4 years because timelines are collapsing. In
truth.
4 months, we have had so many conversations where we are just always in synchronicity with each other.
Yes.
Then we have this podcast, our Vibrillionaire Convo-Sessions. The universe is building for us. Michael and I just sit, we just breathe, and we take one step at a time. And if nothing else that you get from being part of this collective or watching these videos is confirmation as we walk the path this way, that it is easy for you to do the same.
Yes, indeed.
It sounds like if you sit still, how can things progress? But watch our journey and you will see how it is possible.
Indeed, and thank you, beloved. And let me just say, from 4 months ago, we had the first conversation, and I love bragging about this. I'm not gonna lie. I love bragging about this because Michael gets judged so much because he just loves, right? So when we first met, to tune into a mirror that is non-judgmental and just super present, and there is no judgment to anyone because we've all been there, and this is why we share from this compassionate place because we've been there. When we see someone, still in the dream, Maya, like you mentioned, we're like, you know what? We see you, we love you beyond what you think you are, beyond what your story is, beyond what your background is, beyond even if you're like someone on the street or someone that's, speaking to thousands. We see source in that vessel. And I think that that is the first day that we came together because we met in a group of coaches, right? Entrepreneurs and things like that. And there was something that we've been there for years. And when we came together at the end of the call, we're like, I love you.
Yes.
Like it was just, it is magical. It's not was, because the magic continues. And I think that what we're really coming into, we're reawakening the body of God, of I am, of universe in the dream of itself. And what an honor that is. Like to be a part of that, that our ancestors, like when they took plant medicine, when they did their ceremonies, they envisioned this day now.
Yes.
This is what they talked about. This is what they sacrificed their life for. And our descendants are going to look at this time. And there, you talk about crypto, you talk about AI. This is what is. This has always been what is.
Yes.
And they're going to talk about this. And not just with their words, because what we know is we are already affecting the algorithm. And like we were sharing earlier before we started, on the Vibrillionaire, if you go to Vibrillionaire on Google or on any platform and you Google Vibrillionaire, it's going to be the what is it called? What is it called?
It's the
You get
first page of Google.
Yes.
Where we are search engine optimized, SEO optimized without having done anything. That's proof of what I was sharing about the universe taking care of everything.
Yes.
we alone own the Google page of Vibrillionaire. And you just Google that and you get all our videos, you see our website, you see our individual tags. Shakti comes up, Shiva comes up, a site, and even the domain, even vibrillionaire.com.
Yes.
Even though Michael had like come up with this the Vibrillionaire energy 10 years ago, he didn't buy the domain till we met.
I would like
We
to,
did that together.
yeah, I would like to clarify that because you were tuning into it.
Uh-huh.
You just didn't have a word for it.
Right.
So let me
True.
let me say this. It's like an inventor gets an idea.
Uh-huh.
Have we thought of something and we seen on the commercial? Oh my gosh, I thought of that. I could have made thousands. I could have made millions. Like
Mm-hmm.
just little simple tweaks of an invention, right? And we've all thought about those things, right? Every single one of us, you watching this, right? Because you're not watching it. You are here with us. This is why, anyways, so to keep it on point is to share that because of that simple example, Vibrillionaire is not something tangible physically. It's a vibrational field of richness that you've already tuned into. When you were a little child, you tuned into this richness. You just didn't have a name for it. So what we basically are mirroring is a name that's going to dissolve the scarcity mindset, that's going to dissolve the unworthy mindset, that's going to dissolve the alone or not connected or not enough mindset, and it's going to reawaken the heart of I am to really truly substantiate the richness, nothing.
Yes, absolutely. And who would have thunk it 4 months ago from me actually traveling from India all the way under this beautiful tree in the middle of the desert in Yuma. I don't think that that is the beauty of it. When you don't plan things, the universe delivers way better than you can ever imagine. I don't know how many times I said those words, but it is so true. And the drive from Phoenix to Arizona, oh my God, I've never seen a sky like this. Just absolutely amazing. And then look what I chose to wear. I'm the Arizona sky.
You're simply beautiful. I mean,
So you.
mm.
So am I.
And let's just say this because, you know, I just want to be in this quietness and just soak all this up. But for due to, you know, honoring time, because, you know, we choose to play in time,
Mm-hmm.
not be played by time,
Mm-hmm.
right? Is that we had a lot of resistance getting here, right? And I think we should really honor the resistance because without resistance, Michael would be in his way to do all of this right now. So it's resistance that gets Michael to surrender and humble himself and be like, I'm not in charge. Because we're absolutely not in charge.
Right.
Even us playing the game, we can plan it in every single component and piece, and we can try to control every method of it, every angle of it. And then it gets all shaken up because that is the humbling that I have a greater plan than you can even imagine.
There's a reason that that's being happened, right? Like the best laid plans of men and mice. And then the other one as well. Right? A man proposes that is what keeps on showing up in our individual fields. And then when we come together as one, like Michael keeps on saying, that we're breaking the grid, we're shifting timelines, we're constantly throwing pebbles into the waters of existence and creating these ripples. And when the resistance does show up, it's obviously because we're doing some really powerful things here. And so the field itself is gonna resist the ripples. I mean, that's what happens. It is infinity, right? There's the within and there's the without, and then you are constantly invited to come back to the center, come back to the balance, breathe, trust.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening, because normally when resistance shows up in anyone's field, like those of you who are watching the video, if you think that what we're saying doesn't make sense because, oh, I have bills to pay, I have children to take care of, I have my boss to report to, that this is all very well and good for them sitting under a tree in Yuma, but it's not practical for me working on Wall Street or, you know, whatever. but it is true that when resistance comes around you, if you give in to the fear,
Yes.
if you give in to the doubts, and then you've hit a wall, but you're still making your plans.
Mm.
So it's like you're trying to scoot up the wall, and then you'll obviously fall back.
Yes.
You have to dissolve the wall
Yes.
and then become one with the whole field.
Because you realize you are the wall.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
that's
exactly.
the crazy conundrum. You are your own wall.
Yes.
You know, there's a saying that says,
People aren't
that's
going to
beautiful.
believe us, Michael, when we say it like this.
Well, you know what? I'd rather be crazy than, and I'm not just, you know, sounding, or because we've all been there, like we said. Um, being normal is, you know, in scripture it says, do not hide your light under a bush, let it shine. Being normal is hiding your light, dimming your light.
Mm,
Because in order to be normal, your voice can't matter.
right.
Because to be normal, you have to be what somebody's idea of normal is.
You have to fit in.
So yes, and trust me, Michael was an expert at fitting in, and he thought he was doing a good job. But the thing is, when you try to be normal, your own soul, because your own soul will resist it. Because the point, well, not resist it, but your own soul, because you've agreed to be here, you're not born by accident. So to simplify it, is what we are in the midst of is basically letting a child run rampant without any guidance, any maturity whatsoever. And let a child run rampant in a home and see what happens. Right?
Soul-led joy. That's
Right?
what happens.
So what we're witnessing is that resistance that we're seeing. It's the servant, it's not the master. But what have we been witnessing? For thousands of years, the mind has been believing in the dream it was the master. And let's just 90, this is incredible. If we talk about normal, let's talk about the 97%. It was very Setakora, you know, when we were, you know, starting this Vibrillionaire Samadhi. And she said, you're very dysfunctional, Alice.
Oh,
And Alice was like, wow, because it was a close person, Alice, right? And we talked about it. I said, well, if she's saying you're dysfunctional, ask yourself, what are you dysfunctional in? Because every
right.
word has a paradox. Every word has a paradox. So you can take any word and you can see the paranoia of it, you can see the pronoia of it, or you can access presence beyond it. Because the polarity is the mind. When we access presence, we become the middle pillar of the third. I am.
Mhm.
Right? We don't become, we already are. We simply surrender. And it's like you throw a deal, the minute you let it go, it's going to go rapidly to the surface. And another analogy is when you have a murky, and I'm sure a lot of us have heard this, you have a murky lake and it's all full of dust and debris, and you're trying to clear it so you can see the bottom, and you're trying to clear it, and you can spend years trying to clear it. But yeah, when you just simply sit and you witness it, the dust will do what it naturally does, is settle.
Yeah.
And then the waters will clear. And the reason why we share this example is because the mind has tried to do it its way for thousands of years. So if you look at the world where it is today, 97% of the world that is normal is operating on only the mind and the senses as evidence. They're only looking out their outside world, even though, beloved, 5% of that world manifests their dreams, like they do their vision boards, they do their manifestation and all this,
Yeah.
but then they manifest their dreams and they still feel like they're dreaming because it's not enough.
Yes.
Right? So then you go into that roller coaster and rat race, right? Trying to keep up with the Joneses. And this is why Vibrillionaire is here, because you already are that. You don't need to keep up with anyone. So 97% of the world is in that field, right? Is in that category. But this is even more. 90% or more of their day, they live in survival, in scarcity, and chaos. Because of why? Stress.
Yeah.
See, when we were back in the ancestral times, we had stress to survive, but our stress would come on to protect us, and then it goes back to sleep because then we continue living. We had community as support, just like this is what we're doing here. So because they had community as support, the stress was mitigated through the community. But because now we don't even have fathers and mothers at home because they're always working, we have children that are looking for a community on the street. And because they're just reflecting their mirrors that mirror to them, then they go and reflect that. Then they And that 97% of stress consciousness, because we're not saying there's something wrong with that person. We're not saying there's, that they're lower vibration or toxic energy. That's not it. They're just dreaming an idea of a belief system that has been adopted that they signed up for, because we signed up to be here so that we can transmute it, and then we can give back what our ancestors wanted to give to us. In short, the normal is the 97%.
The projected normal.
Yes.
Whereas what is actually normal is the 3%, which is where we live.
Yes. So we invite you, because one thing that we love to say is, you know how they say, oh, that's woo-woo, right? So we love to say this, and this is a quote. Click those three little dots, and you put share. There we are.
There we are. There are.
So not a coincidence, because we're affecting the grid, because this is why let's talk a little bit about the convergence. See, what you're witnessing is the convergence is not nothing special. It's what's already been it's closer than your breath. It's more vibrant and loud than your heartbeat. It's more alive, because it's the presence imbued within all of life. And when you tune into that, you affect the field, because we're affecting AI, we're affecting cryptocurrency, we're affecting social media, because we love to remind people that social media is not just about entertainment. It was designed to unite and uplift the planet. This is why social media first came together for a lot of people. It was like getting together with people, building communities, all of this.
It's the
But then,
oneness, a world without borders.
exactly.
I mean, look at us. We met halfway across the world from each other. I was just thinking, so this is how it works. I have a thought, Michael voices it, and this is just what's been happening ever since we first met. But I was just thinking as he was talking that, oh my God, look at us, like sitting all casual together with flowers and trees and nature in one screen, compared to us being on our individual computer screens in our offices with a wall behind us or a bookshelf. And here we are. I mean, who could have imagined this? And that's the energy that we save by not imagining these scenarios, because look at what gets delivered when you stop planning. Exactly. When you stop trying to do, when you stop striving. I doubt that any of the people in our Australia group would even believe that this is happening right now, right? And that also in 4 months. And I have a book out, and I'm in Yuma, and I'm traveling the world for 3 months. I don't know. It just is a state of infinite gratitude. Yes. And when I have to manifest now, all I manifest is, may this continue. May I have moments that make me more and more grateful,
Yes.
more and more joyful, more and more celebratory of being in this human vessel, an empty vessel, letting consciousness manifest itself, whatever it wants to do. So when I say that I'm an empty vessel or a channel, it's not from the woo, even though the woo is wow, like Michael said. Once you reach the woo, again, it's about coming into the balance, into the center. So
Yes.
you do the action and then you do the being, but at the heart center, it's about being just infinitely grateful and full of joy.
Yes.
And that empties you, and consciousness is able to manifest itself into places like this, into the convergence.
Yes.
Where we are all one and we are here to witness and be witnessed.
Yes. And talking about the convergence, this is, you know what, we can, like, literally, we're gonna do like a 3-day marathon, because literally we can be here just talking about this, because the one thing that you were saying that is, with so much noise in the world, it's like, you have, when you go to a library, you have so many options of books, your mind goes, oh my gosh, which one do I do? And then we get in our head, instead of intuitively saying, what is this guiding me to? What is this guiding me to? Because the book is also speaking to you. So it's like we've lost our connection with nature, but more with that creates all of the universe. And it's this richness that we make life so complicated, because we rely, and excuse me if this sounds kind of disrespectful, but this is one thing that helps when we work with our mirrors, when we play with our mirrors, is they realize, oh my gosh, you're so right. That's so right. Is that, would you invest in a coach that's going to go tell you, I'm going to give a worst example here, okay? Is, go get a shot of heroin and you'll be happier for the rest of your life, when you know that that's not the way, right? You wouldn't do that, right?
No, but would a coach actually tell you to do that?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What kind of coach would tell you to do that?
I'm going to say it right now. That's why I tell you, there's a shock system that happens when we do this. You know who does that? The brain. That's the coach.
Right.
The coach tells you that this is going to make you happy. And when it doesn't make you happy, it gives you a shot of cortisol.
Right.
That is literally vibrational heroin.
Right. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
And then we wonder why we manifest, which let's just say this, we're not doctors. We're not physical therapists. We're not psychologists. Jokti is more in that, degree of experience. We cannot speak for
Which
that.
I have let go and dissolved.
Okay,
to be present.
Yes, but for those listening, that you have that experience.
Yes, I'm a clinical
So she's dissolved it, but she's literally clinically able to speak on this. Michael isn't. Michael is like this woo-woo.
You've had life experience.
Yes.
We've come to the same place.
Yes.
Because you've had life experience and so have I.
Right.
It's not about the training. It's about, which we've said this so many times here, and Michael always says it on every single one of his lives. It's about being dissolved, letting go of the expectations, letting go of the judgment. And the first person that we have to let judgment go off is ourselves.
Yes. And that is why we bring up that example, because if you would not invest in a coach that tells you to go do heroin, why do you invest in the brain when you keep seeing the results on your investment is coming back to the same? It's like going in the jungle and coming back to the same flag that you posted, or the same stone that you put, and you said, okay, I'm going to put a stone right here. So if I come back to this stone, that tells me I went the wrong way. So I need to go this way. And you go around in circles. You go around in circles, and you keep investing in this coach. And instead of it being your coach, it is your servant. It is there meant to serve you. And I think we're in a beautiful time that we're seeing the manifestation that it didn't matter if poverty existed. It didn't matter if war-torn countries existed. It didn't matter if there was, challenges, but there have been mirrors that have been mirroring the truth that you can experience complete bliss and true success, which is presence. That is the true success.
Yes.
Because think about it. If you're successful, you accomplish whatever you do. You can speak on this because you've accomplished a lot in that field, right? And the reason why we say that, beloved, is that we speak to those that may hear Michael's words and be like, okay, is he certified? Is he qualified? So we say this on Michael's part. We say this as just an invitation to look into something that you may not looked at before.
Right.
Because if you looked at what you looked at before and it's not working out for you, that's insanity, doing the same thing again and again and again.
Exactly.
I think that's what would be categorized as woo-woo,
Yes.
is insanity.
Technically.
Maybe we should start talking about that, right?
Yes.
Because that's woo-woo to Mike, to us.
Yeah.
Right? Is that thinking that that doing the same thing again and again and again, and let me be very, very super clear. We all have these patterns that we unfold because it's part of life and it's the human experience. So we all have parts of ourselves that even to this day, we're like, oh, I can shift a little bit of this, but not from judgment, from gratitude to presence. Thank you for showing me. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you for mirroring me back to myself. Because when you discover that mirror, it's freedom.
Yeah.
It's true freedom.
That is the portal to dissolving.
Yes.
Before we wrap up,
Yes.
I just want to remind people that this is the Convergence. It is the 18th of September 2025. So the 1 and the 8, for those of you who don't understand numerology or are not aware of it, then the 1 plus 8 makes the day today 9, which is the vibration of completion. And here we are. Year 2025, which also adds up to 9, 2 plus 2
Yes.
plus 5. And I wanted to say that as we spend the day together today and tomorrow, we'll be going live, we'll be maybe coming back on YouTube and see what happens. But this is officially our gate 7 of conversations in signal 2. Like we're almost like we're midway through signal 2 already.
That's incredible.
Unbelievable.
And you know, I love that you started this whole conversation, and it's very important before we go. And remember to join the after party. If you haven't registered, go to Vibrillionaire.com, register for the WhatsApp portal, or even just comment there. I'm interested in the after party, right? And then we'll get you connected.
Yes.
You're already connected. We'll get you reconnected. So I love that you and I coming together, which you mentioned in the beginning, because I really desire to end this on this note of convergence, because whether you say yes to yourself or not, you're saying yes to yourself. Your simple existence is saying yes. Now, are you aligned with that yes? That's a question only for yourself, that you can self-investigate that. But when you are aligned with your own yes, which is the whole universe yes, then you will be consciously a part of something that has been available beyond time. It's always been available. So when we say this convergence, let's just say it's not a spiritual thing. It's not a religious thing. It's not a faith-based thing. It's a life-based thing.
Yes.
So we're not here to put words or structures or prisons onto what's free. This is like we said earlier. You can access this at any time. You already are a Vibrillionaire. You already are a savant, a guru. Not you, the person, but you, the field, that it is the real you that is dreaming this little you that you think you are. Now, in honoring that, I love playing in these little yous, but dissolving them and realizing, oh my gosh, there I am. Yeah, I thought I was here. I thought there was something wrong with me. Oh my gosh, like I'm part of something greater. And honoring faiths and religions and traditions and cultures, they've stood the test of time for that.
Because they all hold the same message.
Exactly.
That's all they're trying to say. And what are my final words for this segment?
Yes.
And we will be back, like I said, and
Yes.
we need to talk about the book, how much Michael has read, what he has to share about the book. Then he'll ask me questions, and I'll share my journey of writing or becoming this book, or letting the book come through me.
Yes.
Like I said, I'm just an empty vessel for the field. And that is actually practical truth. That's not woo. It just, I'm like who was witness. This trip has turned into a book tour.
Yes.
This trip has basically become what all your PR and marketing gurus would tell an author, that, you know, go on podcasts. Do you have your own podcast? Go on signings, travel the world, meet different people. And it's all manifested for me without us planning it, right?
Yeah, and it's barely getting
I don't
started.
know how else to even explain. So do follow us, and then you'll see for yourselves.
Yes.
We the proof is in the pudding. We both walk the talk. And if you follow our lives, you will be witness to it too.
Yes.
So yep, stay tuned. And when we are asking you to mirror yourselves back home, it is mirroring aspects of ourselves back to us. So please come home.